Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. This is a customer's telephone, a desk telephone by Telequest. And I want to show you a few things on this telephone. When the customer picks up the handset, the customer gets all kinds of static. And we check the telephone out, and sure enough, we get all kinds of static. He also had something rattling around in this handset. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. I want to show you a little bit of what we can do on preventive maintenance. We know the handset cord is not the problem. We already checked it out. But you can take a telephone modular crimping tool like this, and I'm going to take the handset cord out, and I want to re-crimp this modular plug. We just like to do that. It kind of helps for bad connections. And so we want to take both sides and we want to crimp them real quick. And we know the handset cord is not the problem. So basically we want to go into the telephone now. And we already took the screws out of the telephone because we don't have much time on these videos. You have to move the bracket over to get the hook switch bracket off, and then we want to pick the telephone up and get the main PC board out, and turn it over. And what I want to show you real quick is we want to clean these connections up right here. We want to clean these connections up, and I'm going to do that right now so we know what we got. Scrape on them a little bit because we're going to resolder them. I want to hit that with some cleaner. And now I can see it better. And we want to resolder these connections real quick. And there's only 4 connections here. And also, while you're in the telephone, I always tell all my techs that they want to resolder anything that doesn't look good to them. So that's kind of a preventive thing. I like to resolder anything that I don't like while I'm in here. And sometimes you find quite a bit of solder points that you don't like, and sometimes you only find a few, but I always find something in these telephones that doesn't look good to me, and I resolder it. And I know in most shops they probably wouldn't go through the board like this, because everything did work except for there was some static on the line. But here at this shop, anything that we can do to kind of have a like a preventive maintenance kind of thing, we certainly like to try to get that taken care of. So now what we're going to do is we're basically going to plug the telephone in real quick before we start putting it back together again. And I want to hear, there's dial tone. I want to listen. The static is gone. So basically resoldering our plugs there took care of our problem. So now that we want to get our telephone back in place, and we want to get our hook switch back into place. And we have to bend this over to get this back in. Twist our wires up. Put them back like we found them. Now we want to start putting our screws back in it. And hopefully we can get this telephone back together again and do a few final checks on it before our time limit is up. They don't give you very much time on YouTube to get this stuff taken care of. About 10 minutes is all they give you. And we want to put our dial pad back where it belongs. Get a couple screws in that. Get our body back on. And I will put the final screws in the bottom as soon as we do some checks here. I also had taken out the handset, taken it apart because I wanted to see what was rattling around inside the handset, and so I already pulled the screws off, and this is what's rattling around in the handset. It was kind of a little bit annoying. I don't know if the customer noticed it or not, but because there was static. But this piece is broke, and there was some tape, and it was kind of annoying. So basically now what we're going to do is we're going to put the handset back together again. We have dial tone, so I'm going to put screws back in that belong in the handset. Let's get that done real quick. And you don't want to overdo it. And we got that taken care of. Now, let's ring the telephone. We'll give it one more ring. Have dial tone. Let's check our numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, star, pound. I'm going to hang up. Redial. So all the numbers are hitting, and it looks good. And the telephone is ringing. And our static is gone. So we're right on track with this telephone. We're right where we want to be. What I'll basically do is put the screws back in this telephone on the bottom plate, and it'll be ready to get back to the customer. This is a desk TeleQuest telephone, and it's kind of a unique color, and so it's a pretty nice telephone. The customer will be real happy to get this telephone back. There is, I want to show you real quick, there is modular plugs that are available that for handset cords and line cords, and here's a whole bag of them. And if we would have needed to, we would have replaced the handset plugs, and we could have done that. But these are kind of pricey. Just to fix one telephone, you probably don't want to go out and buy a bunch of these plugs. And in some cases, you have to fix the handset cord because you can't find certain colors. So that's where these come in handy. But this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. We hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching, and goodbye.